Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
Greenway Academy has been established in cooperation with Greenway, Georgia and USAID. Partners of the project include global leader for technical inspection, Applus International Association CITA, and the local organization Technical Inspection for Safety. BMG's general producer Giorgi Isakadze conducted a sit-down interview with top managers of Greenway, Georgia, Applus and CITA, which we can watch together right now.
So today we have a pleasure and opportunity of interviewing several key individuals, several key international individuals, let me say so, involved in Greenway's new international partnership. If you remember, this one was evaluated and developed through the Greenway Academy Training Center, which was an initiative born in collaboration with USAID program called Employers for Vocational Education. And Greenway, Georgia is a core partner of this program in Georgia, and it aims to address critical technical assistance, inspection challenges in the country with diverse expertise, and our guests, I'm more than sure that they will share very much valuable insights and expertise on the partnership goals, progress and the future plans. Of course, I will begin with the General Director of Greenway, Georgia, Mr. Vakhtang Ebitashvili. Vakhtang, thank you so much for being with us. We've announced a few weeks ago, I think it was in our morning show, when we discussed and you announced about this exciting, let me say so, international partnership. The Greenway Academy, established through the USAID program, is moving to an absolutely different and new stage. Could you elaborate on the specific nature of this new stage and what is involved in this and what has been evaluated already so far?
Thank you, Giorgi. Once again, I want to announce that Greenway, Georgia founded Greenway Academy, Training Center Greenway Academy. The main goal of this project is that we will level up PTI standards in Georgia, and we want to implement European guidelines and their experience in our market. With this project, Greenway, Georgia is moving to a new stage of development, which is very important for us. Within the framework of this project, we have already created unique training modules for our inspectors. Also, we have done video guides, which is very new for Georgia market. And also, what is the most important and innovative for Georgia, we create platform, online platform, academy.greenway.g, which is online platform for this training.
Okay, Vakhtang, if I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, the main challenge and the need was for qualified human resources. That's why the Greenway Academy was established, and at the same time, of course, in the technical assistance field. And at the new stage, what strategies exactly do you have to place to address this challenge in further develop the Academy's training capabilities?
For Greenway, Georgia, one of the main problems for Greenway, Georgia is that very high outflow of professionals, as in many sectors in Georgia, we have such problems. In whole industry, turnover ratio more than 50% in last 2 years, and this is a dramatic percentage. And that's why, and the main reason for what we did this academy is that to develop new professionals for our whole industry. This is not the project for only Greenway. This is project for whole industry.
Whole industry. At the same time, a few weeks before, and right now you mentioned about the importance of partnership in this project, the international one. Could you share some details for those organizations from the day first who are involved in this partnership about this, about their conditions, how to help for Academy's further development?
Of course, in such a large-scale project, the international partnership has a great role. We are very proud that our international partners are USAID Lead Skill Development Program. Also, our strategic partner since 2018 is Applus, the leader company in PTI industry, which is operate more than 70 countries worldwide. Also, our strategic partner is CITA, Association of Vehicle Organization, governmental and non-governmental organization. And what is the important? We have also local partner, Tech Inspection for Safety. This is non-governmental organization, which includes more than 70% of total PTI market of Giorgi.
Oh. While mentioning CITA and Applus, let me move to the importance of the membership within CITA for the Georgian companies. Mr. Eduard Fernández, thank you so much for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Could you be so kind to explain the significance of CITA's membership? And as Mr. Ebitashvili mentioned, it's not only about Greenway Georgia, but about the whole industry itself. So how important it is and how it will impact to its further development.
So CITA is the International Motor Vehicle Inspection Association. As a non-profit association, we have a worldwide scope, so members from all around the world. And which is very important is that our membership is bringing together the authorities, the government, so the public bodies in charge of vehicle inspection as well the private companies. Target of CITA as organization is to become a platform in which experts of vehicle inspection, they can share their knowledge and their experience. So we do believe this is a key factor for members to learn from each other. Vehicle inspection, it's a quite complex matter. There's not an approach of one size fits all here. So having the possibility at one way to learn from each other experience and knowledge, and at the same time to make available experience and knowledge to other members, it's extremely important.
At the same time, you're very much aware about the technical inspection reform, which is taking place and we're just going through in Georgia. Which specific aspects of the reform, Mr. Fernández, do you think that we might be focused on? And at the same time, we do have some samples worldwide where Georgia can speed up with a more qualified reform, which will make our efficiency even more remarkable worldwide. We've seen other reforms already done in other countries.
The most important aspect for vehicle inspection schemes is governance. Vehicle inspection, it's always a governmental, a public activity that in many cases can be outsourced on private companies.
So awareness is crucial.
Awareness is crucial and governance is crucial. So, and this is important. Any kind of reform must take that into account. And the governance very much focused on all stakeholders. So on the owners and drivers of vehicles, so you have a law that says that vehicle must be inspected, that needs to be fulfilled, and as well regarding those giving the service of vehicle inspection. So this is crucial. So even if the activity is outsourced, the control must be on the governmental side, otherwise this doesn't work. So for those are the important subjects regarding vehicle inspection. There are many good examples around the world where this has been fulfilled. We have not only in the traditional countries dealing with road safety and being the examples of road safety, we have examples in Costa Rica, we have example not far away from here in Turkey. In Costa Rica, the very consistent vehicle inspection scheme reduced car accidents by 40%. In Turkey, the inspection scheme reduced fatalities by 15%. So, I mean, why not to get inspiration on those systems in order to make Georgia another success case in this field?
At the same time, portion of the education, besides awareness and things like that, and let's move to the core issue of our meeting related to Greenway Academy itself. Consider the effects like economic effects, impact, improved safety standards and workspace development. At the same time, deficit of the human resources worldwide, where Georgia is not definitely unique country. What do you think, what opportunity creates such a unit and project like Greenway Academy is?
The project is extremely important. And it's extremely important, first of all, because of its institutional approach. We have an international development agency, USAID, putting resources, putting interest in activity related to road safety and environmental protection, which is out of their traditional scope of development agencies, because development agencies, they work very much on infrastructure. This is an excellent example, I wouldn't say the first, but one of the first, in which development agencies, they put effort in the, let's call it, the soft part of road safety and environmental protection. Indeed, the academy itself is very important in order to have available the necessary labor resources to do proper inspection, but as well it's a key factor on the harmonization of the inspection itself. We were talking before about governance. So one of the targets of governance is to make sure that inspection is conducted in the same way all around the country. So in that sense, by definition, the academy itself, it becomes a key element, a vital element to ensure that harmonization and at the same time providing the necessary resources to conduct that inspection, not only today, because vehicle technology is progressing quite fast, but as well to make sure that we have that structure in order that vehicle inspection is able to follow the pace of vehicle technological development in the next years.
Hans, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you that I've been
I'm very much aware that Applus as a worldwide leader in technical inspection was from the day first involved and played a vital role maybe in establishing Greenway from the very beginning. Can you describe the nature of the initial trainings provided in Spain and at the same time how that collaboration has evolved over the time?
Let's say, talking a little about the history, how Greenway, let's say, and Applus come together in the tender. I have been very long time here in Georgia and following up the situation on vehicle inspection, let's say the time when the passenger inspection has not been here elaborated, and later on the initiative of the government, let's say with the new tender, setting up this new scheme for the passenger vehicle. And at that time, I think a lot of know-how transfer has taken place from Spain with the European ideas of setting up vehicle inspection. And to, as Eduard said, let's say level, let's say and rise up, let's say the quality and the service in the vehicle inspection program here in Georgia. In the beginning, let's say, you know, it's a very huge activities with a lot of people involved. And we started the Train the Trainer program. Train the Trainer program means that a certain amount of people, at that time, I think it was about 8 to 10, let's say, coming up over to Spain, who gets for 1.5 months a very special training on how vehicle inspection has to be undergo and which are the key elements, let's say, in the vehicle inspection program in Spain. When I talk about Spain, that is part of Europe, right? That is clear. So all training content was at the same time European content on the training. This train-the-trainer program then, let's say, was transferred here to Georgia, and they are training, let's say, then amongst their group others, let's say, to fulfill the high demand of good qualified expert. At the same time, when they start the operations, we also started a mentor program. Means that experts from Spain come over to Georgia and accompanied, let's say, our colleagues, our Georgian colleagues in their daily, let's say, business and the services. Let's say, to be aside when question arise about how failures has to be treated, when there has been questions on the process, if other questions has been there. And it was a success story, final end. Let's say, if you see, let's say, where Greenway is today, with the support, let's say, on the other side of Applus.
At the same time, while we are talking about the history of the relations from the very beginning, we do have some new stage where we have farther field of the development. Where do we stand now so far? And what are the main goals in this existing relations and cooperation with Greenway, taking into consideration the technical inspection landscape, let me say so, of Georgia?
Look, when we talk about, let's say, the partnership and, let's say, the future of the partnership, as Eduard rightly said, the technique is rising in the vehicle inspection program. If you look into the dramatic change of vehicle technique and processes in the past years, that is a challenge, let's say, for the whole industry. We as Applus, we have a very huge experience and a worldwide experience in how to treat and how to face, let's say, the upcoming demands of the market. And that is something we would also further on share with Greenway. If you look to the Georgian market, this is not, let's say, a closed market. It's an open market. Let's say every vehicle, let's say, which you see in Europe, in China or somewhere else, is also coming, let's say, to Georgia. And then we are talking another day, let's say, on battery cars, on electric vehicles, on autonomous driving. We talk about the assistant secure systems, let's say, in the cars. That is things, let's say, which we have to face and also Greenway has to face in the future. And therefore, the initiative, let's say, of Greenway together with USAID and our support from Applus to found this academy, that is, as Eduard said, let's say, a key factor, let's say, in the future demand and facing, let's say, the issues which come up.
In the field of technical inspection, this question goes both to you, Hans, and you, Eduard. Technical inspection reform and how Georgia is moving forward. Is there something unique what we are following in Georgia, or we might be more efficient, speed up with reforms, and at the same time do, based on the successful cases, Eduard, you mentioned that Georgia could strengthen its knowledge at the same time and speed up with the reforms and make things in time more efficient. What do you think? Or it's just a road where, as other countries, we should go from A to B and that's the timeline? I think all the reforms have some timeline, but whether it is in good hands, we might speed up with efficiency as well. What do you think? Eduard, please.
Well, first reaction from my side on that is that so far Georgia has been done and Greenway an amazing work. I mean, since 2018 to now, I mean, it's already quite fast what has happened here. I mean, when I talk to other experiences, for me, this is always needs to be something to get inspiration, to get the experience of other countries. But we cannot have a copy-paste approach. And there's a clear reason for that. Vehicle inspection has two sides. It has the technical side. Vehicles are relatively the same all around the world. Of course, the last Tesla is not the same that 25-year-old whatever. But all them, they have four wheels, they have a steering wheel, they have brakes, so this is relatively similar. What is very different depending on each country and sometimes in every region is the society where this needs to be implemented. So we have the technical part more or less standardized, but then we have the societal part, which depends on each country. Therefore, at one side, it's good to get inspiration, so what have other countries done to achieve where they are now, but at the same time, that needs to be processed in order to get the local solution, the Georgian solution. Again, the key factors for that is always keeping in mind that governance.
Okay.
That governance and other factors to take into account, and then the academy is a very good example of that, is harmonization, so that needs to be fair for the citizen. And the academy as well helps to have some degree of flexibility in the sense that the standards today for sure are not going to be the same standards that in the future, because the vehicle technology progress, the inspection technology changes. So with the academy, you have the structure to convey that knowledge to the inspectors that at the end of the day are the actors here playing the role of the reality in all this scene. So, of course, the faster this update is done, the better, because this is going to end up in the reduction of fatalities and crashes on the roads. This is going to have an impact on the better air quality. Anyhow, because everything I have seen so far, I very much believe that Georgia is going to become one of the benchmarks in the development of vehicle inspection schemes.
Wow.
I just can take up, let's say, the words of Eduard. Let's say, the initiatives, let's say, what we together, let's say, have started as Greenway and Applus, and the initiative of USAID today, let's say, will give Georgia, let's say, and his vehicle inspection industry a localized setup of the vehicle inspection. Let's say what we are doing, what we are always try to support to Greenway is we have the know-how. Yeah. We give the know-how and ideas, let's say, to Greenway. What they have to do is...
Know-how and knowledge.
Know-how, knowledge, yes.
I think yes.
Quality, services, ideas, experience, whatsoever. And Greenway is taking it up in a very good manner and transform that in, let's say, the local demand and into the local needs. And we talk about future and the academy. When I look to Spain at the moment, we have, let's say, established now virtual training classes for our experts. So we do not take them together at one location for the whole training and everything else. That can be now done, let's say, partially in the stations or at home. Let's say, whenever the expert has time to undergo a training, he can use, let's say, these virtual training classes. And another thing is, let's say, we are also using HoloLenses today, let's say, for the training, for quality issues and everything else. So additional ideas, let's say, perhaps for the near future, which can be transferred to Georgia and also into the academy. And one other issue, let's say, which I also would highlight is the academy itself. It's not only for Greenway, it's for the whole Georgian PTI system. And the know-how transfer is also not, in this regard, not only for Greenway, that is for the whole country.
Whole country. And country as an opportunity, Vakhtang, as Eduard has mentioned, might become a benchmark. Benchmark within the region and whole world in the vehicle technical expansion system. So I think Greenway Academy will play a crucial key role within the awareness and all the things you mentioned during our interview. And what can I say? Good luck with it, with your partners. And
thank you very
many
much.
thanks to USAID and that program involving in this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pleasure.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.